This is ABC7 News at 5. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilgus.
I'm Scott Dennis. Thanks so much for being with us. First tonight, a developing story involving middle school students in Sarasota County.
A school bus evacuated this afternoon after it was discovered a student had a gun in his possession. The bus left Booker Middle School this afternoon and was near Lockwood Ridge Road and 7th Street when another student reported to the driver that two students had a weapon. The driver pulled the bus over and called Sarasota police. Reportedly, some of the students ran from the bus. According to the Sarasota County School District, the two students in question have been taken into custody and the gun has been confiscated. All students are safe. Police say this is an active investigation.
Now to a water main break that has shut down one of the main north to south roads on the Suncoast. US 41 in Sarasota shut down indefinitely between Myrtle and MLK. ABC7's Rick Adams joins us now live from where the break happened at 41 and 32nd Street, where the street actually buckled. Rick?
Yeah, guys, as you could see, it is a big old mess back there. Crews are pumping out water now before they can get to work on fixing this water main. It's causing lots of major headaches for drivers all around here. City officials say an 8-inch water main burst near the center of US 41 right at 32nd Street, shutting down the busy roadway in both directions. We're being told the 50-year age of the pipe is why this happened. One person who works nearby tells us this is going to cause big problems for folks getting around.
It makes it difficult for everybody because there's like a lot of buses that pass through here, and then they got the businesses and the school buses, so it makes it very difficult for anybody to get anywhere.
And city officials say water service should be restored here by tonight, and this roadway is expected to reopen sometime tomorrow afternoon, so do plan accordingly. Reporting live from Sarasota, I'm Rick Adams. Back to you.
Thank you, Rick. A wildfire is also causing a traffic headache in Charlotte County. A fire is burning along Harborview Road west of I-75. The Florida Highway Patrol is urging drivers to be extra cautious on 75 near that exit at the Environmental Center. The fire broke out around noon and has been burning throughout the afternoon. No homes are being threatened at this time, and the fire is now 95% contained. Firefighters are still on scene, and FHP is directing traffic in that area.
Investigators are working to determine what sparked a fire that damaged an apartment building in Bradenton, leaving multiple families without a home.
The fire at Harbor Point Apartments started late yesterday afternoon, seriously damaging the 16-unit building and displacing more than 20 people. ABC7's Kate Flexter shows us how some neighbors went into action.
The fire started at about 4:30 Wednesday at this apartment behind me, leaving some temporarily, others permanently without a home.
I don't even remember most of it, but it was just your adrenaline kicks in and it takes over.
Chris Visner was at home at Harbor Point Apartments when he noticed smoke coming from the building next door. The 16-unit apartment building was on fire. That's when Visner and others warned residents to leave and began battling the blaze with home fire extinguishers. But he said it hardly made a dent.
It looked like it was containable, and then it just kept growing higher and higher and higher.
The fire started in the stairwell and quickly spread to the attic. A total of 6 fire engines and 1 ladder truck worked to control the blaze, a process that took 20 minutes. No one was seriously injured, but the building suffered heavy fire damage to 1 unit and water and smoke damage to 7 others, displacing more than 20 people. That's where the Red Cross came in. Volunteer Monty Mesermuth was on the scene.
We're very grateful that we were there as a Red Cross, assisting them at one of their lowest points in their lives.
The Red Cross provided the victims of the fire with enough money to get by while they decide how to move forward.
For housing, medical needs, food, clothing, toiletries, all of those things that they may have lost in the fire.
As for Visner, he says he's sure his neighbors would have done the same for him.
You just do what you would want your neighbors to do. Adrenaline pumps, and you do what you have to do to try to help people.
Investigators have yet to determine what exactly started the fire. In Bradenton, Kate Flexter, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Kate. A warning tonight about a scam targeting all property owners in Manatee County. Some homeowners are receiving letters from companies offering to sell them a copy of their deed and property assessment profile. They're offering the copies for $50 to $100 per deed. All deeds are public record and are preserved by the Manatee County Circuit Court and County Comptroller's Office, and you can print free copies yourself.
New census numbers show the Suncoast is the 10th fastest growing metro area in the country. Manatee and Sarasota counties are now home to nearly 800,000 people. Manatee County grew by 11,000 people between July of 2015 and July of last year. Sarasota County added 7,600 new residents in that time. The influx comes mostly from people moving here from other parts of the country, but the numbers also show that last year more than 2,000 people moved to the Suncoast from other parts of the world. Both leaders of Sarasota and Manatee County Chambers of Commerce feel it's the quality of life that brings people here.
The draw to Sarasota County is the quality of life, hands down. Whether you're looking at the weather, whether you're looking at the arts and culture amenities, sports amenities like Ed Smith Stadium and the rowing facility, obviously our world-class beaches.
The statistics say that we've added almost 6,000 jobs over the course of the last year. Our unemployment rate is below 5%, which are both good indicators of a strong workforce and a strong economy.
Many local residents complain a major drawback to that growth is traffic. Chamber leaders say they are working with local, state, and federal government officials to get the funding needed to address those traffic issues.
But weather, not on the list of those complaints.
Not so much today, and some areas getting some much needed rain. Let's get the latest now from Josh Stone.
Exactly. We've been forecasting this cold front sweeping down from the north, and now we have activity on the radar, and a lot of it. As far as strong storms, most of that has taken place on the east coast of Florida and the southeast. For our area, nothing severe, but still, we did receive some wet weather here in Manatee County, and looks like on Anna Maria Island, northern end of Longboat Key, cells just moving offshore right now. Further inland, Wauchula, where we're looking at a pretty stronger cell just to the north of you, but now it's basically fallen apart. We call these pulse storms. They develop really quickly, get some intensity to them, and then they fall apart. Really nothing going on in Charlotte County right now. Zoom out, most of the activity that's heavier is down here in Lee County and also down here in Collier County. So looks like the threat for severe weather is over. But what can we expect for the rest of the night and into the weekend? I'll let you know when I come back. Back to you.
Thank you, Josh. On Capitol Hill, the battle over health care is turning into a last-minute full-on assault. The White House and Speaker of the House, Paul Ryan, working overtime to convince their party to vote yes to the American Health Care Act. But as ABC's Maggie Rulli tells us, the party is divided, and both conservative and moderate Republicans are dragging their heels.
Confusion and congressional chaos all day on Capitol Hill until late in the afternoon when Republican leadership postponed the vote on their health care bill.
We have discussed options that would bring more yeses than nos to the table.
Just this morning, a final all-hands-on-deck huddle for House Republicans ahead of today's vote abruptly canceled.
An agreement is needed from my party.
Divided Republicans are now racing against a ticking clock, rushing to find common ground so they can get their new health care bill passed.
Time is of the essence. We're on a rescue mission, and this is just another path in the process of repealing and replacing Obamacare.
Speaker Paul Ryan's pulling out all the stops, along with the president and vice president who have been working the phones, even making in-person pitches.
We've continued to make progress every day. We walked out with more members in support of the American Health Care Act today than we started the day with.
But it's an uphill battle. They need 216 votes to pass it, and by our latest count, they're still short. Yet Republican leadership and the White House say this bill's their best chance to repeal and replace Obamacare.
At the end of the day, we can't force somebody to vote.
And they remain open to negotiations, but it's a tricky balance. As they try to appease conservative Republicans with last-minute changes to drive down premiums, they risk angering moderate Republicans, a group whose support is already wavering.
So we'll see what happens.
Now that this vote's postponed, Republican leadership and the White House are scrambling to figure out how they can repeal and replace Obamacare to make sure they fulfill that campaign promise. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, the Capitol.
At a time when relations are tense between the United States and Mexico, President Trump's proposed border wall and withdrawal from NAFTA has left our neighbors to the south with a mix of emotions. Yesterday, former Mexican President Felipe Calderon spoke at a town hall in Sarasota, saying the conversation between the two countries needs to improve. He says if not, it could cost both countries some big money.
The only way in which we can improve the quality of life of the people, both sides of the border, is through cooperation.
Despite nearly $584 billion in trade in 2015, the Trump administration says the border wall is ahead of schedule. They also continue to claim Mexico will pay for the replacement of the already existing 700 miles of fencing. Still to come in your Suncoast News, anonymous threats to Jewish centers across the country. Now, the FBI is working to find the culprits and bring them to justice.
And ABC7 meteorologist Josh Stone will be back with your full weather forecast. Plus, later in Health Smart, marijuana and pets, how large amounts of weed could harm man's best friend.
Car experts and customers agree there's a whole lot to love about a new Subaru. Subaru offers more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And Subaru had the best resale value of all brands for 2016. Now you can lease a new Subaru Forester for just $209 a month or get 0% financing during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Hey, Tampa Bay, join us for the premiere of a new St. Petersburg tradition, the St. Petersburg Seafood and Music Festival, happening Saturday and Sunday, March 25th and 26th from 10 to 8 p.m. at Northstrop Park. Savor mouth-watering Florida Gulf Coast seafood dishes by top restaurants and chefs while you enjoy great live music from some of Florida's top musical groups. So grab your family and friends for the St. Petersburg Seafood and Music Festival, March 25th and 26th. For more information, visit seafoodfestivals.com.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPV.
Hurry in to Sunset Dodge, Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota for big savings on some of America's best vehicles. Over 100 standard and available safety features make the new Chrysler Pacifica a safe investment for any family. And right now, you can buy one for just $24,999 or save up to $11,000 on a new Ram Crew Cab during Ram Truck Month. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
With a top prize of $10 million, the new $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery is your ticket to take on the world. $10 million world-class cash scratch-off from the Florida Lottery. One of our life-changing scratch-offs offering billions in cash prizes.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Israeli police arrest a Jewish teenager in connection with a series of bomb threats that have rattled Jewish institutions and community centers across the U.S. and other countries.
A months-long international investigation led to the suspect, who was using advanced camouflage technologies to cover his tracks. Authorities say the suspect holds dual American-Israeli citizenship. He was arrested in Israel after an undercover FBI investigation. Israeli police are still trying to determine the teen's motive.
Meanwhile, a judge in Miami is ruling that a man is mentally competent to stand trial for plotting to bomb a synagogue and Jewish school in support of the Islamic State. James Medina is scheduled to stand trial in August. The FBI says Medina plotted to bomb a Jewish center last April during Passover. He was arrested after an informant provided Medina with a dummy bomb. Medina has pleaded not guilty.
ABC7 business commentator Richard Stern joins us now. And Richard, today's closing numbers really don't tell the whole story of what happened today.
Scott, you're absolutely right. The old don't judge a book by its cover, because today on Wall Street, the Dow Jones Industrial Average was up by 96 points early this morning, up frankly most of the day on the belief that maybe, just maybe, President Trump and company would get enough votes to get the health care bill through. Well, late this afternoon, as we just heard, that did not happen. The vote was postponed and the Dow went to minus 43 points. And alas, when the closing bell rang, everything was virtually unchanged. Let's take a look at the figures, and unchanged they are. There you see the Dow was down by 0.02%, not even 5 points, closing at 20,656.58. That on volume of 688 million shares. The NASDAQ also barely going anywhere, down 4.71%, closing at 5,817.69. That on volume of 1,426 million shares. And the big mover was the S&P, and I say that with tongue in cheek, down 11/100ths of 1%, 2.5 points at 2,345.96. Well, one stock that did go somewhere today was PVH. And you say, well, who is PVH? Is that Phillips Van Heusen? The answer is yes, but guess what? They own Calvin Klein. They own Tommy Hilfiger. They own Izod. Those are names you can relate to. The company said yesterday, late yesterday, that their fourth quarter came in well ahead of expectations, and they also had very positive things to say going forward. And need I say, retailers lately haven't heard many words like that. So when the Dow can basically go nowhere and an individual stock jump by 8.4%, that means a lot of people think that that company is doing very, very well.
And that's kind of a surprise, Richard, because I know Tommy Hilfiger is one of those that has struggled.
Absolutely, but they seem to be turning things around, Haley.
All right, great to hear. And we also have some news on FedEx.
FedEx, unfortunately, just the reverse. After the close yesterday, FedEx announced disappointing quarterly numbers. That stock was down today by 3.5%.
Richard, thank you. You've got your Wisconsin tie. I've got my Gator colors on. May the best team move on.
Absolutely. And may Bob Harrigan's Jayhawks do well also.
Absolutely.
Right.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. Josh joins us now with a busy radar screen. We haven't had that in
finally.
about a week or more, huh?
A lot of green on the map this afternoon, a lot of orange and even red. So let's check it out. Yeah, the radar started to light up like a Christmas tree, though it's the month of March, not December. And we have some activity. What happened? Cold front came down from the north. We're forecasting this to happen. Upper level of cold air, and we had the moisture come in. So all the dynamics came together for showers and even thunderstorms. Heavier storms were to our east and to our southeast. So really nothing for our area as far as severe weather, but we did have some moderate to heavy rainfall in pockets of some areas south of Parrish here in Manatee County, and also around Anna Maria Island, north of Longboat Key here. We had a heavier shower come in that is pushed off into the Gulf of Mexico. We were watching a stronger cell to the north of Wauchula. Now it's fallen apart. Just a moderate rainfall right now. And to the south here in Charlotte County, well, looking pretty clear. Maybe around Rotunda, a few showers taking place, but most of the activity now has moved offshore. Looking at the bigger picture, though, boy, they had some nasty storms around Fort Myers, Sanibel Island, Captiva Island. Severe thunderstorm warning was in place here. They reported pea-sized hail out of this one cell, and also a gust of 46 miles per hour at the Southwest Florida International Airport. That's out of our viewing area. But if you have any travel plans going south on 75, you may run into some wet weather for the next couple of hours. But as far as severe weather goes, everything is diminishing now as we're getting close to sunset. 81 right now in Sarasota, 81 in Venice, 82 in Northport, where the rain-cooled air is here inland. Temperatures are in the mid-70s at this time. What about the winds? Well, winds coming out of the northeast now, and we're going to experience these winds picking up 15 to 20 miles per hour, maybe even some higher wind gusts as well. It's just beginning to start. As you can see, our forecast wind model picks up to 32-mile-per-hour wind gust here in Bradenton by 11 tonight. Now, this is just a forecasting model, but still the winds are going to get breezy throughout tonight and into tomorrow. All right, we've been talking about that dry air for so long. It has now been eradicated with this moisture that's come into play here. And now more dry air will come in to our area thanks to an area of high pressure to the north of the cold front that just passed us by to help produce the showers this afternoon. So our weekend looks pretty good, though. Out to the Midwest, there's another storm system that's going to affect those people with some severe weather and even snow behind it. But as far as our forecast here in Florida, well, we're in the Sunshine State, so we're going to have plenty of sunshine for the upcoming weekend. High tide tomorrow at 12:11 p.m., low tide at 5:34 in the afternoon. And as far as the boating forecast goes, going to be breezy with those winds up to, well, at times 15 to 20 knots, but then they'll calm down in the afternoon. 78 at the beach. Tonight's low 62, partly cloudy skies. 81 for the high tomorrow with mostly sunny conditions. And the next several days look very nice. Lots of sunshine and highs topping out in the upper 70s. And depending on where you are, lower 80s. Back to you.
All right, Josh, thank you so much. Now to Suncoast Traffic Watch. Right now we're seeing a crash on Lockwood Ridge Road right at 70th Drive, but it does not appear to be affecting any traffic right now. But it is busy on the interstate, as you can see, and US 301. Also a lot of red on the map at this hour. Haley?
Thank you, Scott. In Health News tonight, marijuana could harm an unsuspected member of the family, pets. Marijuana affects dogs differently than humans. It is toxic and could be fatal in large doses. If people aren't careful, pets could get a hold of weed edibles like brownies and candy. The effects that might be fun for a pot brownie for a human can render a dog incapable of basic functions. In rare cases, a dog can undergo gradual paralysis and die, although fatal cases are rare. On the other hand, there are some medical marijuana products that are specifically designed for animals that don't have a high presence of THC. It can help pets who have chronic pain and mood disorders. The U.S. Food and Drug Administration says it received reports of at least 9 deaths and more than 350 cases of a rare blood cancer that has been linked to breast implants. The announcement follows a conclusion made years ago by the World Health Organization that anaplastic large cell lymphoma, or ALCL, can develop following breast implants. The causes seem to occur more often in patients with textured surfaces of the implants and are associated with pain and swelling that may occur years after the surgery has healed. Coming up, a fire near Jacksonville destroys hundreds of acres and almost a dozen buildings, the bizarre way that the fire was started. And a street fight between teens goes viral, but not because of the brawl. We'll let you know why the video has become so popular.
ABC7 News at 7 weeknights.
Car experts and customers agree. There's a whole lot to love about a new Subaru. Subaru was named the 2016 Best Overall Brand, Most Trusted, and Best Performance Brand by Kelley Blue Book. And ALG named Subaru its top mainstream brand for residual value for 2016. Now you can lease a new Subaru Outback for just $229 a month or get 0% financing during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill,
I am creating a job. I am Goodwill, yeah, yeah.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
It's no small wonder anybody loves it all.
I just love art that moves me.
No small,
I mean really moves me.
Wonder.
Sunset Fiat of Sarasota presents No Small Wonder. High performance style. Let the art of Fiat move you.
Luxury for less at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sports Utility for $249 per month or 2017 MKZ for $299 per month. We are proud to introduce the newest addition to the Lincoln lineup, the all-new 2017 Lincoln Continental. We have a great selection and ready for immediate delivery. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We're located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
The Florida Forest Service confirms a large wildfire that destroyed more than 10 buildings near Jacksonville was started by burning books. Take a look. Officials say the man who was burning books yesterday afternoon started it all. Burning household garbage is illegal in Florida. This fire burned an estimated 350 to 400 acres before crews could stop it from spreading. Evacuations have been ordered along a nearby road as a precaution.
This person will be responsible for the suppression bill for this fire from the state. So the Florida Forest Service, all the resource, all the assets and personnel out here, we will be issuing them a bill for this.
No one was hurt, but some firefighters did suffer some minor injuries. The person in question is expected to go before a judge to explain what happened. It's unclear why the person was burning books. A street fight video goes viral showing 2 teens squaring up in Atlantic City. Just as that fight was starting, a Good Samaritan stepped out of his car to break it up. The video shows Ibn Ali, an Atlantic City West Side resident, appearing to intervene. Witnesses say he told the boys who were fighting that kids around them were laughing at their expense. The intervention was posted online and had more than 18 million views within a day. Ali was honored Wednesday during a meeting of the Atlantic City Council.
An iguana causes quite a racket during a professional tennis match at the Miami Open. The large reptile perched itself on top of a scoreboard before scurrying across the court. At first, the players just continued with the match, but they ended up stopping briefly so the iguana could be removed. One of the players even snapped a quick selfie with the critter. Eventually, a towel was used to grab the iguana and carry him away. And that was a large iguana, too. Look at that thing. That's huge. Wow. I would not be the one picking that thing up, that's for sure.
See the ball boys and girls running?
Yes,
I did too.
I would be running too, because that is a very large little creature. Well, it's no secret that former Vice President Joe Biden is a charmer. He may have met his match when he met another Biden on Capitol Hill, Biden the puppy. The same name pair shared an adorable meet and greet that immediately went viral, of course, just in time for National Puppy Day. Look at that. Little Biden is a 4-month-old golden retriever who shares Big Biden's affinity for politics. The former vice president was on the Hill to speak out against the health care bill, but his appearance may instead be forever remembered as the moment Biden the Joe met Biden the puppy. Very cute. We asked our ABC7 viewers to share their favorite pictures of puppies for National Puppy Day. We've received some really good ones. Lots of people sent us photos of their dogs of all breeds, shapes, and sizes, all super cute. If you would like to see all of these photos or add your own, just go to ABC7's Facebook page.
A lot of cuteness there.
I love Puppy Day.
Yeah.
I love seeing all these puppy photos. Well, still to come on your Suncoast News, erasing food deserts on the Suncoast.
How a local farmers market is bringing fresh produce to communities where it is scarce. That story coming up.
The human spirit's capacity to defy the odds, to push the envelope, is boundless.
I'm Alan Cohn. U.S.-Mexican relations. Mexico's former president is on the Suncoast sharing his views on the Trump administration. We'll have analysis.
Tonight on ABC7 News at 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
I met a girl, she made me smile, she made me wait. She crossed the street, she crossed my heart. She fixed her dress, she bit her lip.
It's the season of savings right now during the spring clearance event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Come shop the Suncoast's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers, or stop by today and drive away in a 2017 Jeep Cherokee for just $18,999. And for a limited time, get America's best value, a new Dodge Journey for as little as $16,599. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
You know, things can happen in an instant. We never expected Brady to be in an accident. And if he didn't have blood donors, he wouldn't be here.
To Suncoast blood donors and everybody in this community, I'd say thank you. You know, I'm gonna pay it forward.
Florida Studio Theater presents Piano Men, held over by popular demand through April 2nd. Attributing the virtuosity and elegance of the Piano Man, Piano Men features the works of 20th century's best pianists and songwriters. Featuring songs from music icons such as Billy Joel, Stevie Wonder, and Barry Manilow, don't miss what critics are saying is energetic with fun and playful performances that evokes hits of an era. Piano Men is held over by popular demand. Tickets can be purchased by calling 941-366-9000 or by visiting floridastudiotheater.org.
Car experts and customers agree there's a whole lot to love about a new Subaru. Subaru offers more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And Subaru had the best resale value of all brands for 2016. Now you can lease a new Subaru Forester for just $209 a month or get 0% financing during the Subaru A Lot to Love event. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
The human spirit's capacity to defy the odds, to push the envelope, is boundless.